Shall we move on to the albums?
I say we argue about some albums, guys.
I don't know if there's too much to argue about this first one, though.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like Justin might be the one odd.
Justin's out of this.
All right, then.
No.
Hivemind in effect, fellas? Memphis
Maybe,
May
let's
Fire.
find out.
Brand new album. Remade in Misery.
Sometimes I feel no hope. There is, I might be lost until I reach the end.
I didn't expect this album to work.
Me either, actually.
I didn't think it would work. I still
Especially
don't
for
know
me
why it works.
specifically.
Yeah, this works better as an album than I feel like it probably ever had a right to.
No, it doesn't deserve to be.
But
this.
it is very much helped by the fact that the best two songs on this album are the opener and the closer.
Ah.
I don't know about that one. No,
We need to dedicate a moment to the fight.
you know,
within.
no,
not
no,
necessarily
this
now.
This is the
but-
information. This is the information, Jake.
Okay.
The two songs that were released in the album, so the last two songs that were released are the best two songs.
Misery and the Fight Within
Yes.
is what you're saying. Okay. That is a respectable take. I disagree, but it's a respectable
Yeah.
take.
Yeah, that's fine. Misery's like mid-table for me, like 5-6. What?
You know, I got so tired of hearing the same fucking song released as a single over and over again. I think something like Bleed Me Dry didn't stick with me at all. You know, I feel like it was outclassed by other things.
I think it is the weakest song on the album.
Yeah. But in saying that, it works better on the album.
You know what's funny? I actually think I liked it better as a single.
Really? Huh. The way that I'm feeling about this is that it's an enigma. Because I had a song like Somebody that I denounced wholeheartedly the entire time, you know, from release date onwards. It's the second best song on the album now. I don't know what clicked for me when I heard the album.
Three of those for me.
Bro. What are your three before I say anything else?
Three songs I absolutely did not like as singles were Somebody, Left for Dead, and what's the third one? Your Turn.
I still don't like Your Turn.
Your Turn has issues. And it's the chorus.
Yes.
The sleep in your bed bit is the problem with it.
Yeah.
But the rest of the song slaps.
Yeah.
If you get past that part of the song, oh my god.
They should have saved Your Turn for the album instead of dropping it as a single, because I think I would have liked it a lot more.
They should have saved like half the songs they dropped as singles for this album.
I'm fine with 8 out of 11 as singles. I'm fine with that, to be honest. When
part,
Memphis May Fire releasing singles as good as all of these singles are, I'm fine with it.
True.
The part in the breakdown where it's like the second half of the breakdown. It's like where he screams two-faced. Oh my god! When I saw it live, I had to post it on Twitter.
I think, and here's my theory, because I still don't like Bleed Me Dry or Your Turn. I think in general they're the two weakest tracks on here, and I don't like them. But I can't bring myself to skip them. And it feels weird because when I talked about them as singles, I was like, shit, like they just sound like the others, but done worse. I don't care for them. But for some reason, you would think I would get tired of, for the most part, hearing the same song for like 11 tracks. Bar, like, obviously, like The Fight Within is a lot different, and there are nuances to each of them. But, I mean, in general, I don't expect such a similar sounding 11-track album to rope me in as much as it does. But it's all so catchy that put together as one package, I just don't care anymore. Like, even if they're just okay songs that I would skip in like a playlist, I don't want to skip them now because the whole album almost feels like one song, but in a good way. I guess would be the best way for me to put it. That like,
here's how I would put it. I think this album has the highest floor of any album I've heard this year.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the
It's-
highest peaks, but I think it has the highest floor in which, like, you are getting consistently, like, just fun, enjoyable, quality, well-polished metalcore.
Yeah.
If you want
I
to
mean,
call it
they have the same formula, but when you do the same formula so many times, you're gonna get good at it.
Yeah.
Dude,
And I think it also just benefits from not being broken. You know? Like Broken, it was
That's true.
so bad that like this just makes this seem all the much better.
they did the complete opposite of Broken too. They like released everything as a single, as opposed to
Mhm.
Broken, where they released one thing as a single.
Well, and I think it's probably because the reception was so much better for these, right? Like, if I got
Yeah.
2 singles in for the last album and everybody was like, what the fuck happened? I wouldn't want to put out any more. And they were right, because every other song on that album was worse than the singles. But then you have this where all the songs are so good, and it's like, well, shit, may as well just keep dropping them. And it's doing them numbers. I mean, I want to go look at the thing on this. Everything besides the two... besides Misery and The Fight Within are over 1 million. I mean, the closest to being not 1 million is 1.4 million. So, like, you know,
A single strategy clearly worked.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got their numbers
It
up.
100% did. Dude, everybody at the concert was singing every song, except maybe The Fight Within.
Yeah, and I mean, a testament to how well it works, right? Because, like, how many other times does somebody drop an album, tour on it a month later, and people know all the words to 8 out of 8 or 9 of 11 tracks? Yeah, I feel like it's almost hard to talk about a lot of the substance on this album because we've already discussed all the singles,
Yeah.
right?
Can we,
Like,
can we
we've had
take some
enough
time then to just discuss The Fight Within?
Yeah. One of the most uplifting songs of the year
The
so far,
most
I'd
uplifting
say.
song of the year. Like, hands down for me, the most uplifting motivational song I've heard all year on an album.
Yeah.
It's just
On
like,
an album? For ya, man!
You know how I
Ooh.
feel about for ya.
True.
Yeah, you and your fucking sad boy.
Yes. The Fight Within, though, there is hope. There is hope. The moment that song builds and Maddie just, like, belts out, there is hope, before all the instruments kick in for that final chorus in the higher key, it's just transcendent, bro.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
I cannot believe I'm saying this, but because of certain events in my life
Mhm.
recently, I love the lyricism in this album.
Well, Misery especially, I feel like, is just...
well, the three, like I said, the ones that have grown on me are Your Turn, Misery, and what is it? Left 4 Dead. All three have insanely grown on me. Like, I hated Left 4 Dead before. I already said this, but one thing I will say though is this album feels like well, it is lyrically about a broken relationship, I'd assume. There is one song on this album that does not fit lyrically with the others, and I can't for the life of me figure out why. Can anyone guess what it is?
I want
Is
to
it
say
the
it's
American Dream?
Yes.
Well, because it's weirdly political, except we all know what Maddie Mullins, like, is politically, so it's just, like, the most...
I don't, yeah. It's so weird, though. It's like all these songs about, like,
Death Inside
a
of Me.
relationship. Exactly. It's like, why? I honestly just remove it from the album. Like, I know the song slaps.
Yeah.
The song does slap.
Yeah.
But
It is a top 5 song on the album.
it just feels out of place.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like outside of a couple songs, even if the motifs are out there, the lyricism's a little weaker on some of them, but like you said, it's just a subject matter switch, and
Yes.
it says so little despite trying to say so much. Like, you could boil that song down to, can we all just get along, guys? And it's like, no. Shut up, Maddie. Like, I don't know. I hadn't really noticed it till you pointed it out, but you're definitely right, and I think I was too busy listening sonically to the album. If that makes sense, like it fits in sonically, just lyrically. You're right. It's kind of out of place, and like, why? Maybe
My
give me like a
opinion
Remade In
is
Misery
that,
Deluxe.
Song slaps don't care.
Fair enough.
Like,
Fair
I'm,
enough.
I'm listening to this album and I get to that song and I am jamming the fuck out.
Yeah.
I guess it comes down to what your interpretation of the album is, right? And like what you're listening to it for.
This is not an album until I get to The Fight Within that I'm listening to for lyrics.
Yeah.
This is an album that I'm listening to have a good ass time.
That's how it was for me at the singles, which is why I didn't enjoy the Left 4 Dead. What else did I say? I always forget. Somebody? No, not somebody.
Your turn.
Your turn. Your
Yep.
turn. I'm gonna say those two because, yeah, I didn't really connect with them because I thought they were just generic metalcore songs. But after like hearing them in context of the album and diving into the lyrics more, it's something I can connect with. And like, obviously it's not the best lyricism, but it is something uplifting, I guess, for me. Not uplifting, that's not the word. Something I can relate to.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
good.
what's
I
up?
think we should talk about Misery title track.
It's
Because
fine.
I know you have the probably strongest connection out of us to it.
Yes.
Go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was sorry, I was giving you the floor.
Best chorus on the album. I would
Ooh.
say no. Sorry, I was reading chat. Is it the best chorus on the album? I don't know. I think it is the best lyricism on the album. Maybe The Fight Within. I don't know. I'm not gonna debate it, but I think I'm just gonna read lyrics because they just mean so much to me. So let's go to. I don't even know what I want to read from. I like the whole song.
You know, I feel that. I relate to that on a personal level.
But basically, like the whole idea of Remade in Misery, like your pain creates who you are, and it shapes who you are going to be, and you're being remade through the pain, basically, that you're going through, and experiencing that shit right now, dude.
I've been experiencing that shit for years, so you know what? I feel it. I don't think I connected to that song. I feel like that I got the same message, that the same feelings that you're feeling about this album. You just got it from Misery, whereas I got it from The Fight Within.
I got it from The Fight Within as well.
With The Fight Within, where it's like I might be lost until I reach the end, but I'll keep moving, like trying to push through all the hard times and stuff like that. Yeah, it's not the most inspirational or creative thing I've ever heard, but it's just motivational. It hits you in the heart.
I feel like Memphis May Fire has always been like that.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of their songs. Like I noticed when going back to like what's a good one? Legacy.
Is that off Challenger?
I can't even remember, dude. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of their songs are very uplifting. And it seems like I don't remember the lyrical content on Broken, I'm sorry, because but
yeah.
I noticed this album is very similar lyrically to some of their older songs.
This album is giving a positive spin on dark times.
Yes.
Which is not something you see terribly often in the metal scene.
That is
100%
true. And I think that's one of the reasons I love this so much.
It's almost ironic too that so many of the songs sound the same, and like it's some of the most generic metalcore you've maybe ever heard, but they're still doing something unique with it in terms of the lyricism and lyrical content, even if it's not super deep that you don't see a lot. No,
and it just sounds good.
Yeah,
and
it sounds good.
Ears.
Yeah, that is. I think that's a testament too to the production quality of the guitars.
The production and mixing on this is some of the best I've heard all year.
I'll have to say the Memphis May Fire, despite not doing something super unique, are doing something kind of unique, and I'm surprised at how good this turned out.
I was never surprised.
True. This is very confident.
Going into this album, like 9 singles ahead of the album, only 2 songs I hadn't heard yet. I'm like, this is gonna be a damn good album. Like, you'd have to fumble the bag really fucking hard to ruin an album with just 2 songs, when all those other 9 singles are as good as they are, you know?
Right.
Yeah.